Welcome back to CYPTV. Share, like, leave a comment. Now let's jump right into the videos.
This politician's cloaking device came off and he revealed who he really was. Why?
Vários ministérios da máquina pública. E ao mesmo tempo,
So he's talking? Listen to his voice.
e ao mesmo tempo nós não vamos parar por aí. Já estão
Whoa. Whoa.
comentados.
It sounded a little demonic. He's drinking water to try to fix it, and it's not fixing.
Já estão encomendados estudos para eliminar.
That was insane. I've never heard anyone's voice crack like that.
É muito.
Stay weird.
Já estão.
What y'all think? Y'all think he was being exposed, or was he just having a rough time with his voice?
It's a fucking cloud with lights in it. Weird. I've never seen no shit like that. Cloud with sparkly lights in it. Never seen no shit. It means a weird. I see the sparkling light in it. Never seen no shit like this in my life.
Was that a cloud, or was that something else?
Y'all, look at this. Look at what is going on here in Florida, boy. Look at the skies, man. Look at the clouds. Bro, what is going on here? Yeah, I see all of that. Bro. Oh my goodness. Yo, this is about to be a crazy storm out here. Oh my god. Y'all, look at this going on in Florida right now, man. Oh, shoot. Oh. Hold on. Now check this out, bro. Y'all, look at these clouds, boy. Look at these clouds. Now check this out. What the hell, bro? Yo, do y'all see how low this thing is? Bro, this thing is literally touching buildings in Florida, bro. Yo, look at this. Bro, I can literally touch this thing. This thing is so low to the ground, y'all. Whoa. Bro, what world are we in? Y'all not going to tell me that's not something, bro. Cause what is that? Y'all know energy, man. That energy don't lie. What is going on here, bro? That energy don't lie. And now here goes sirens popping off. Bro, Florida's a whole nother world, bro. What is this?
That is something that I notice where I'm from. When I look at the sky and the clouds, they do seem lower.
Looking very revelatic out there.
Isn't that very weird?
Yeah, we know. Come right back to this. So let me give you your Sunday update starting with Aaron. It underwent eye wall replacement and now it's going to get bigger and stronger again over the next 36 hours. I mean, by the way, it's already massive as it is. This was this morning. And as everybody tells us, it's not going to touch land at all. It keeps on edging more towards the East Coast. Too soon to tell, but they're already starting to call for evacuations in the Outer Banks. And the thing is, they're saying up to 100-foot waves possible around this thing. I feel like I had a premonition earlier about this thing hitting the East Coast, but again, I don't know. The crazy part, you might have seen this earlier and wondering what it was in the video, there is a hurricane possibly to be formed right after Aaron leaves. And some models are already calling for the one after Aaron to be a Category 4 in the Gulf. Too soon to tell. This we saw at the beginning is Portugal right now, their view from looking outside their house. And do not forget about the space debris that just went over their sky before this got a whole bunch worse. And it also went over the skies of Spain, which is this place right now. This video was just taken. And not just that space debris, but also that green comet, that green meteor that we keep seeing everywhere as well. And I've seen a whole lot about, the Midwest cracking over the last year or two. It's been going for a little while. Now in Texas, we're having these cracks pop up as well, which makes this more of a trend and not just an anomaly. Lastly, let me know down in the comments something that God has done for you today. Let's not forget about all his benefits.
The weather is getting more extreme. This is unusual. Y'all gotta be careful out there. And yes, drop a comment if God did something for you today.
It's kind of like a game, but it's a chat line too.
Sure.
That's what it is.
So that's not like an 18+ thing. It's just any age on Roblox. Roblox seems like a free for all. Seems like a crazy hobby. And you know what we're saying? What would be like the youngest ages that were on kind of mingling on Roblox?
Like 12, 13 year old. They want you to buy some like games or something off there, and then they'll send you something on top or something.
Okay.
And to all you parents out there that just leave your kids unsupervised on games like this and think, oh, nothing will happen, it's only a little game. Here's another prime example of what can happen when you're not vigilant and supervising the messages and chats on this game. I cannot state or reiterate how important it is that parents are watching every single move that the kids make on these games. Roblox has got a terrible reputation. It is shark infested waters.
Parents gotta stay on their job watching their kids because there's nothing but predators out there. If you enjoy content like this, I put out several videos a week. It'll be amazing if you hit the subscribe button and join me in the next video.
Why aren't we talking about the children when we make these edits? Why aren't we talking about the children when we make these videos? Where are the children? Children! Woo! The children. Hello? The children. It doesn't matter how many views you get. It doesn't matter who calls you crazy. It don't matter who calls you a liar. It don't matter what they do as long as you're not charging for the truth. Then why aren't you talking about the children? The children. The children. The children. I've been on this type of repeat my entire life, especially for the last 5, 6, 7 years, because I've been saying the children. And everybody wants, what about this? What about that? What about this name? Did you talk to this person? Why won't you link up with this person? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about this? Can we? Here's my question. Can we talk about the children? There will be no car accidents. There will be no accidental car accidents. We are not. There will be no explosions that lead to fire, burning down evidence. And even if it did, the evidence is not in this car. It's sitting with people all around the world. Even if I died today, if my mom wasn't here today, if I took my last breath after I hung up this live because there's death threats on us. What about the children? We can burn down buildings and ask for reparations for a grown-ass black man. We can yell about a statistic to society. We can about somebody who got in a fight with somebody else and somebody else and somebody else, and we can take that and trend it and push it on every single platform. But push the children.
She has a point.
Got some crazy news to tell y'all, man. China develops the world's first pregnancy robot that's capable of giving birth to a live baby. Are you joking? What do y'all think about that? We got a serious problem with AI too, y'all. This research psychiatrist warns he's seeing a wave of AI psychosis. Like everybody's like asking. And it's really affecting things really bad. Israeli official arrested in Nevada operation and released back to Israel. Oh yeah, that was in Las Vegas. He got busted for, yeah, you know what. In more news, ICE, DC kicked off the weekend with newly marked vehicles. Check it out. They got these new cars they're showing off. Yeah. What do y'all think about that situation right there, man? See, I'm seeing a lot of videos of people that actually live there of all skin colors. And they're saying that it's great. They love it. Unless they're the ones that are living in those bad places that everybody's getting hit, that they don't like them. You know what I mean? But a lot of other people of all types, all walks of life are saying, I love it. I can walk around, walk through the park now, and I'm not getting, you know, robbed or whatever. Does anybody, like any of y'all live there? Can y'all tell me if that's true? Like, is it really better there now or is it bad? What do y'all think about that? Let me know.
You're managed by the company. And this surprised me. I only found this out today. You're managed by the company. You look after S Club 7. You used to look after the Spice Girls, Simon Fuller. Have they tried to mold you in any way, though, if people ask you to do things to change the way you look or speak or behave?
Yeah, one of them tried to mold me into a big triangle shape. And I went, nah, you know, I'll put my other stuff on. I have a video here that I found on my old camera. And this was taken in a remote part of Chile, and it was in a cave. And this thing looks like a goat, but they're saying it's a shape-shifting alien. But if you look at the arms, you'll see, and it goes on top of a cliff when the tide goes down. It's on a remote area in a beach part where there's no people. I don't know how they found this. And that's it on the rock. You could see the two horns on top of its head. So try to zoom in. Who's ever taken this picture, I think they got to this certain part of the beach, and clearly the guy or the people are shaking. I'm going to re-loop it. So you could see its arms. The arms are very long. So that's it. You see how long the arms are? It looks like an animal, but like no animal that I've ever seen. See, the head looks like a goat. I'm trying to find the original video to this. When I stop it, it's not. I'm not shaking. The person that's taking it is shaking. Yeah, you could see the eyes in the very first part of it.
That video is creepy as F. Can you imagine you run into something like that at night by yourself? What do y'all think? Was that video real? And if it was, my God, there's a lot of things out there in the world that we have no idea about yet.
He touched touched the tree and the tree opened. We went inside the tree. It was a whole village of Bigfoots. Baby Bigfoots, female Bigfoots. I'm talking about massive Bigfoots. It was like some Wakanda stuff. It's there, but you don't even know that it's there. I'm seeing all kind of stuff. Hey, these are not just, you think they're just some creatures or whatever the situation may be. These beings are heavenly advanced. Okay? They were the first to be created. They were too big, they were too strong. So they needed to slim them down, and that's when they started creating humans. This is what this dude is telling me. He was like, we've seen the anger of man at its finest. That's why we always just, we in and out. Because we know what they want to do to us, and they don't even know that we are their brothers, basically. I'm like, but how did y'all learn English?
Good point. Part 2 it is.
Do you think that story is true? I don't know, but to me, that sounds a little crazy.
Y'all, something major is happening with the planet, primarily having to do with the atmosphere, right? Because people are reporting all over the world, exhaustion, lack of energy, lack of motivation, depression. And did you know there was a place in Russia that the people fell asleep for 7 days, y'all?
You tell us what you think is making everybody so exhausted. Extremely tired. You know, somewhere over there in Russia or somewhere like that, there was a whole village that slept for 7 whole days. And they never really did come out and tell the real cause.
So the story goes, there is this village in Russia that fell asleep for 7 days after the earthquake. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there were some toxins or some chemicals that permeated throughout the air, and those people fell asleep, and they're not telling people. Nobody's really speaking about this, y'all. But that's not the only thing, y'all. So I used to work in healthcare, y'all, and people, they were expressing to me that the atmosphere feels different, that the air feels thicker and it feels hotter, that when they're breathing in, that it kind of like burns. Like, what? Like, I've never heard of that before. And then fast forward to a few years later, majority of the people are experiencing lack of energy, lack of motivation. It's like, what's something about this shift is very interesting, y'all. But how y'all feeling? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
You tell us what you think is making everybody so exhausted. Extremely tired.
You can't tell me something there is looking at you and you just gonna stay there recording. Not me, man. I'm screaming. I'm grabbing the bat, the hammer, whatever I could get my hands on.
Thank you. Emma?
Yeah, it's lovely being back here. I haven't been here for 2 years, so I'm so happy to be back. But like Tim said, it's great because everybody seems so passionate, and we're so excited to be here to celebrate Wednesday together.
That's wonderful, and it's wonderful to have you back.
Well, it's really exciting, and it felt like a natural progression from kind of our...
In the U.S., there's one job where you can hold power for life, never face re-election, and your decisions can't be appealed: the Supreme Court. The Constitution gives Supreme Court justices lifetime appointments, and the idea was to protect them from political pressure. But in reality, it's created an unelected branch of government that could reshape the country for decades, for generations, without public consent. Just 9 people decide on personal rights, voting rights, labor laws, environmental regulations. They don't need majority support. They just need 5 votes in the room. If the public disagrees, too bad. Congress can't override most rulings without a constitutional amendment, and impeachment is almost impossible. That means presidents can lock in their political vision long after they're gone by stacking the court with young justices. It's why billionaires, political think tanks, corporate-funded groups pour millions into getting their picks on the bench, because one justice can do more damage than 6 presidents. Take class trader Clarence Thomas. He has consistently sided with corporate power and the wealthy against workers, unions, voting rights, all while enjoying undisclosed luxury trips and gifts from billionaire political donors. He has left behind a legacy of carnage for his own people, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. That is a result of a court that can be bought, one more aligned with elite donors and political agendas than with protecting the majority of Americans.
Shocking news! Iran is having troubles getting tourists. Yeah, believe it or not, Iran is having problems with tourism. This is one of the biggest shocks in history. Why would people go to Disneyland, see awesome characters, have great rides, and not be hunted down by the military, when you could go to Iran and see this every day chasing you down the street? Why go to Las Vegas, where it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can do just about anything you want, when you could be in Iran, where the tension is probably higher than the International Space Station? Now, next weekend, my son and I are going back here to Milwaukee, to American Family Field to see the Brewers play. And you know what? It's kind of my bad, because it never occurred to me that I could go to Iran instead of meeting Beer Barrel Man and getting a bunch of fun stuff while watching the Milwaukee Brewers play baseball. Wow, Iran's tourism is down. What's next? No one's going swimming with sharks wearing a meat suit? Shabadoo Whiskeys! Shabadoo!
They don't hire from us anymore, but they're doing a very good job with these LA music festivals. Because all of the things that are going on right now, you cannot search them. You cannot find them. They're not putting these things on TV. And to make that so bad, this is one of the platforms where the algorithm shows you exactly what you want to see. And this algorithm is not even showing that. Now think about this. September 13th is coming, and they're saying TikTok is done. This is where most people get most of their information from. 9 times out of 10, if you're looking for things on the news, you won't see it. The news is controlled. So you have a couple of creators, you got a couple of people that always speak out and always show you things, and they're not being showed. They are being censored. So now ask yourself, when this platform goes, where will other people go to get information? And then after you ask yourself that, ask yourself, how are these music festivals being censored? And then ask yourself, why are these music festivals being censored? You see, everything ties into everything. Whatever they have planned, whatever they are going to do, it is coming real soon. And apparently they don't want people to see other people bucking against the system, because there might come a time where you have to buck against the system, and they definitely don't want that. That's why you can't see those music festivals right now today. You can't. Search them. Try and search them and see. Everything else pops up on your algorithm. Instagram, you can't see it. YouTube, of course you can't see YouTube. And here, TikTok, the app that we use for information that they are going to take away from us. You can't see that here. That should tell you something, right? Yeah. Showtime.
So buried in all the chaos of the Manson story is a strange detail I did not know about. He thought there was a hidden underground civilization under Death Valley. So there was a fringe belief that Manson believed that Death Valley wasn't just a desert wasteland, but actually the gateway to an underground civilization. Supposedly after the Tate unalivings, when he and the family were hiding out in the desert, he became convinced there was entrances to a vast subterranean network under Death Valley, sometimes linked to Native American myths about the underground cities of the desert. One version even ties this to Hollow Earth theory, where Manson thought the family could escape into a hidden world beneath the surface and that they were going to hide there when his prophecy started to take place. He apparently pointed his followers to look for caves and tunnels in the Panamint Mountains and around the Barker Ranch area. Some stories even claim he believed that they'd find a city called the Bottomless Pit, or a kind of Garden of Eden underground where they'd ride out the chaos above. It's one of those things where the line started to blur between drug-fueled apocalyptic ramblings and the much older myths of Death Valley. There are native legends about underground cities populated by a race of giants beneath the desert. The older story got recycled a lot into occult and conspiracy circles, and the Manson family kind of just absorbed bits and pieces of it into his whole doomsday worldview. And here I was sitting here thinking the weirdest thing in Death Valley was the moving rocks.
These videos are for entertainment and education. Real or fake, fact or fiction. Let me know what you think about these videos down in the comments section. I'd like to thank you for watching. Until next time, this is CYPTV and I'm out.